Góðan daginn and welcome to the Project Palm. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and this is my podcast. I've been thinking about cats way too much. This is my podcast or vlog chat type of thing where I talk about yarn for the most part. I talk about knitting and crocheting, what I'm working on, what I finished, and what I want to be working on next. I talk a lot about the weather as well, because I am your stereotypical Icelander and the weather is a thing. Which reminds me, we are expecting yet another storm. So my area will be going into orange alert, and further north they will be going into red alert. Great. I don't know about the strength of the wind. I'm not sure if it's gonna be as strong as with the last storm, but this time at least there's gonna be a lot of rain, sleet and snow, and I'm a little bit more concerned about that. And because of that, they have been warning us that there may be some interruptions with electricity in some areas. Don't know yet where. I mean, if it happens, it happens, and then we're gonna find out where it may be. And that's because they're expecting that there may be some icing on some lines, so autumn is fun. And you know, it's like people talk about winter storms, and technically speaking, yes, with the old system, when there used to be just two seasons, either it was summer or it was winter, and according to that system we are in winter time. No, actually no, we aren't, not until the 22nd, because that's the first day of winter. And today is the 9th. Why is everything falling on me? Is it? Yeah, it's the 9th of October today, and everything wants to call me. Not complaining, but yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to find out whether or not we're gonna have some interruptions in the electricity like we did a week ago. Oh no, sorry, excuse me. 2 weeks ago. What was last week? Last week we had nice weather. We actually got sun. And, you know, windy and rain. And sugar in the mountains. A lot of sugar. But yeah, so the good news, absolute good news, is that midnights are back on. So on Thursday I went to the coffee shop straight after work. It was like, see ya, and straight into the coffee shop, and we were, I think, 6 who showed up. Oh, excuse me. And it was so much fun. I was going bring my scarf with me because well, the other project I've been working on that since, well, I haven't been working on it since last knit nights, and kind of felt embarrassed about bringing it, but I realized that my knee needles, they're too big to fit my fancy little bag, and I didn't have time Thursday morning to go find another bag, and I'm like, F it. So I'll just bring my balaclava that I haven't been working on for months. And that's fine, because I actually managed to double the amount that I had. You know, double what I had. So you start with the bottom, and it's the must-stitch, and honestly I always thought the must-stitch was really difficult because you would need to think. I am happy to report you do not need to think when you do must-stitch. You literally just do the opposite of what you did last time. So you do like straight stitch, purl, straight stitch, purl, and the second round, wherever you did straight, you purl. Wherever you purled, you just do a straight. It's like you just do the opposite, and that's very easy. So yeah, I've got now, I think, about 12 centimeters. I've already done the decrease, and this part is done on a 3.5 millimeter, and this most of this balaclava is done on a 4.5mm knit needles. But yeah, and I'm using these cute little stitch markers. I absolutely adore them. As for the yarn, I'm using Drops Air. This gorgeous, gorgeous colorway. Do they have the colorway here? Right, color 15. So if you want something like this, it's good. It's so soft. It's like foggy type of lilac, and yeah, I like it. And the pattern is actually called. I hadn't found out how to like print pictures when you're printing patterns. I think I figured out now, but too late. It's actually on Garn Studio. It's called Frostbuster Balaclava by Drops Design. So if you're interested in it, I mean, it's not difficult. If you would like a pattern where you don't really need to think a lot, like I think the most difficult part, will be putting stitches on a second line, whatever you do. Put them aside so you can do the opening. That is going to be the most difficult thing. So yeah. So I brought my balaclava with me, and I am very happy with the fact that I managed to like double it. And I really do want to get this done before the coming winter, because if this is the start of how this winter is gonna be, I'm gonna need loads. I'm gonna need to make another one, which is probably not gonna be difficult because my friend called me up while I was sitting down, so obviously I'm not gonna be answering on the phone around everyone else, so I wandered off somewhere else, and I saw more of the Drops Air, and I saw a color that I wouldn't mind making another balaclava with. I haven't even I'm not even halfway done with the one I'm working on. But yeah, then, excuse me, I did a little bit more work on this scarf. I think I did like about this. I think I did that on Friday night. I am really happy with the fact that the edges are a lot better. So to you who suggested that I take the first stitch unknitted in the beginning of every round, thank you. It's a world of difference. It's so much better. I'm so happy that I decided to like pull it back. First off, the edges are a lot here. The edges are a lot softer, so they're not the scarf isn't gonna strangle me when I use it. But also the fact that I evened out the stitches so that they actually do what I want them to. They actually like you start with straight stitches and end with straight stitches, and that, yeah, I feel that looks a lot better. Also, I just really love this colorway. I am so happy that I felt sorry for a piece of yarn, because it was, you know, it was a mess when I went into the store and just saw this poor ball of yarn alone, all a mess, and I'm really happy with it. The Silk Jewel Spun, and it's really pretty. Which colorway is this one? Like, it's, the ball is so big that you need two double label to fit around. It's shade 843 Setting Sun. I hadn't even realized. I just saw pretty colors and bought it. But yeah, then another project I've been working on, I decided to try with the ribbon yarn that I got from the surprise packet from Hobby, and I did find a pattern on Hobby that looks interesting. So I've started on a little floor rug, and I have to admit, I already, like, I think the pattern calls for a 7mm crochet hook wasn't working for me, so I literally switched up to a 9mm, and that feels a lot better. So yeah. I think I was gonna use this, and then I can't remember what the switches I was gonna use, but I'm gonna try using like 4 of the colors, because I got 8 colors out of those bags, and yeah, 4 skeins of this should be enough for a decent round floor rug. It looks really good on my viewfinder. That is really pretty. It's also not that difficult to work with. I mean, I do have to take a little break when I'm working on this because my hands are small. So as soon as I go up to a 9mm, my hands are just like, I'm grasping. But yeah. And then, which I'm extremely happy about, I did manage to finish this sweater. Now I say finish, I finished the knitting. I haven't woven in the ends or sewn onto the armpits, but it's done and I'm really happy with it. It's not too white, but it's also not too, definitely not like swallow me, oh, you know, it's not too close and it's not too, you get what I mean. And I'm really happy with the sleeves as well, because they are fairly white, but they're not too white. So that it's just as close to perfection as I think I can get, because I am not a fan of perfection. Perfection doesn't exist. The only thing is that it's as nice as it is to work with this yarn. What surprised me is that when I wear it close to my skin, it stings. And I'm like, not a spikenard, because the yarn has been so soft and nice to work with. But when I'm wearing it, it's like, it stinks. So obviously I need to do the least pleasant task, last task, and that's weaving in the ends and sewing up the armpits. As for the yarn itself, it's the Ice Yarns, how are you called? And I put everything away. But yeah, this is Ice Yarns. Okay, T. Yeah, I'm gonna name it pretty. I cannot remember the name of the yarn. Dang it. But yeah, so the packet had 4 skeins of the yarn, and I kind of expected to use at the very least 3 complete skeins. But what ended up happening is that I finished 1 skein working on the body, and then I obviously switched to another one to finish doing the body, and then finish the joining the sleeves too and doing the topmost bit. But what surprised me is that I actually managed to do the sleeves, both of them, on a single skein, and I still had quite a bit left. And then when I actually finished the top, when I finished the sweater, I still had quite a bit left of that skein. So it doesn't even, it's essentially like 2 skeins in a bit, basically, I think. And what's nice about this sweater is that it fits me nice. It fits me exactly the way that I like a sweater to be. It's fun to wear, and it's light. So hopefully this is gonna be one of my favorite sweaters to wear. So congratulations me, I have finished a project, and I'm actually like pretty pleased with myself. I finished the sweater. I haven't quite cast on for the other one that I want to get done now in October, but I've done some work on the balaclava, I've done some work on the scarf, and he's so soft. So soft. And gotten work on the rug. So the other thing that I'm planning, apart from the sweater that I will be casting on soonest, I still got this yarn here that I'm gonna be making that like shirt pullover thing. But what I'm really wanting to work on, and I'm a little conflicted on when, because I found my Halloween yarn from Hobby, and I really want to make something from it now in October. Mind you, these colors aren't screaming Halloween. They are lovely and they are Halloween, but they don't scream Halloween. So you could definitely make something cute with these. And I mean, you can definitely wear these colors all year round, like with a scarf or a shawl. Because shawls aren't, like, look at these colors. They're so pretty. And this one is just a little bit unusual, purely because of the green colors. And I do know that I have some pattern that I got from patterns that I got from off of Hobby that I do want to make. I do know there's shawls. You can always use shawls. Like shawls, you can literally dress up anything with a shawl. And I'm trying to remember, because there was a specific pattern. I haven't turned on my computer yet, so I can't remember what exactly it was, but I do remember that I found a pattern on Hobby for sock yarn. And I can't remember what it was. I do feel like there's another yarn that they recommend that you combine it with for that pattern. Might have been a sweater. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, so I mean, I need to be working on the glass because I really want to have that done, hopefully before the beginning of November, so that I can wear it when we go when there's a company celebration on the 4th. I would like to have it done by then, but I'm not gonna stress it. There is no point in stressing yourself with the knitting if there isn't an actual deadline. So yeah, I'm feeling a little out of it. Like, my stomach is grumbling. I've probably eaten something I shouldn't have eaten, and so my system is loudly complaining. It's not happy with me, so I'm probably gonna go soon and pay the consequences. But yeah, so yeah, the next thing that I want to be working on is obviously the glasswool, because again, I want to get working on it. There isn't a, I mean, apart from wanting to make something with a Halloween yarn, there isn't anything that's like driving me right now with the knitting or crocheting. I mean, obviously I want to be working with the Halloween, because after that I then want to be getting my fingers into my Christmas yarns, and I have ideas for like sweater, predictable. But probably something very simple like stripes, something striped, because I mean, I have seen what some people have made with their knitting. Some of the absolute masters of knitting have just made insane Christmas sweaters, and just the color work, the stitching, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I think I need to actually call this short, because my stomach is upset with me. What did I do? So unfortunately, like, my plan after my updated internet was to make longer videos, but can't really do that if my stomach is being not my best friend right now. So I'm gonna call it short this weekend. Gonna go make peace with my intestines. That's probably too much information. I'm sorry. make peace with myself and get working on something fun. And really hope that this storm isn't gonna be too bad in my area. We had that enough of that 2 weeks ago, so hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah, I will hopefully see you again next weekend, and we'll figure something fun. So till then, take care. I hope life is as good to you as it can possibly be, and I'll try not to get blown away into the sea. So take care. Bless.